Hello. How are you guys doing? Okay, so this is going to be for Capricorn. Capricorns is ongoing, still going on strong with the videos here. I'm going to do Sagittarius as well. This is going to be a special read for you guys. The background music is also different. This is only for special reads. Okay, it will not be in all vids. But yeah, let's get into it here. This is going to be it could be a bit of both love and reg, okay, or reg. So yeah, let's see. This fire sign keeps coming out for you guys here. So you're dealing with a person who has a lot on their plate here. You could have been dealing with a manipulator. Over energy is a chariot here. But I actually feel like this person has their eyes on, the prize here. I'm not really sure how that is connected to you. If you guys went into business with this person, especially with like transportation, money, trains, buses, cars, especially a car, that's probably why you are connected with this person here. Somebody gave you money for the train, somebody gave you money for the bus, somebody gave you money, or this person helped you with your car or whatever. Okay. So let's see. It looks like this person is working on something personal, okay, like a name for themselves or trying to like fix some type of reputation for themselves. Okay, this is a fire sign here. I kind of want to get an oracle card, but let's just see what comes out for you guys. Let's see. We have the Seven of Cups here. Okay, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio here. So this person's confused about something. I'm not really sure. I don't really like when I get reads like this because it's not really like specific. Okay, but they're confused about the relationship with you and them. I feel like it's pertaining to something. So this is about, obviously, if you want to know about something, this person's like, thinking about you, but it has to deal with something. Okay, they are trying to figure out like possibilities or what happened. Like this person's just like thinking about scenarios here. If this person's more of like a in your face person, this person's talking to many different kinds of people here or watching many different videos here. They really don't know what's going on here. For some of you guys, they don't know how something started. Over energy is the Ace of Swords in reverse here. They're gonna get a message though, either from you or for somebody else here. I feel like this is from their brother or uncle or somebody that has been like looking out from the outside. They've like the third person, and they're like, oh, okay, I get it. I see, like, this fire sign is legit confused. Okay, let me tell you how everything started. Okay, or let me clear up your stuck energy. Okay, I'm not really sure what they're gonna do in regards to like helping them find out or helping them clear up the confusion here. Okay, all I see is that this person's gonna give them some clarity, maybe in because the Ten of Cups is here as well, and then we have the Seven of Cups here. So I feel like this is in regards to like themselves here, but not really much, not really about the problem. Okay, you could be doing this here. If there's really nothing going on between you and this individual, if there was no quarrel, there was no problem here, then this could just be like, them focusing on something else here. But if that's your story, then the highlight is not really about the problem. The highlight is about you, your influential energy, because the Ace of Swords is here. Now, if there was a problem, you guys are dealing with a problem, like a business thing, you guys were in cahoots with each other, then this is what the situation's about, right? For some of you guys, I feel like you guys had like a pretender, a faker, because the Knight of Cups showed up. That's definitely somebody who was wearing their heart on their sleeve here. So you guys couldn't really detect whether if somebody was like actually being genuine or not, or like if this person has some hidden agendas. Okay, so there's something about like that story going on for some of you guys. Okay, this person created a lot of confusion, a lot of possibilities, like said, oh, I could really like, do something for you here. I could really show you something. And this person really couldn't, I don't know, this person probably couldn't produce what they said they said they could produce because they left something confusing, you know. I fell on the floor. Oof, that hurt. Yeah, there's an air sign that should mind their business because they're playing mind games here. This person's trying to get in to fit in or something like that. I don't know what's going on with them, but something's getting stronger for them. I don't know what's going on with them, but obviously, if this person's going to your side, it looks like this person's like running away, or it feels like intuitively they're running away. So, an air sign should mind their business. A Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius here, they're playing mind games. That was the Five of Swords that fell on the floor. Okay, all they're gonna do is add confusion or add more fuel to the problem. We have the Tower card here. So this information is gonna come out here, whether this is political or whatever the situation is. This is gonna come out here about that person, about you and this person being in and partnering with each other here, or it's everything's gonna come out. Your intentions, whatever scenario you are in. Okay, we have the Tower, that's that Scorpio energy. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, the Six of Swords talks about there's still an ongoing problem and still an investigation going on here. It's definitely leaving an air sign, even though they should mind their business, because we have this is the air element. It's definitely leaving you, mostly this person in the air sign, uneasy here. And if an air sign, if this person was portraying, if this person's an air sign and they came in as a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, wearing their heart on their sleeve, then this is going to be found out here. We do have the Justice card in reverse as well, Libra, so it makes sense why Libra is trying to, or an air sign is trying to interfere, okay, because this person clearly had they clearly were like the problem. You guys would never be in a situation with this person if this person would have just minded business or stopped the mind games or just this disgusting actions or whatever they were doing here. Okay, and you know what, it may seem like this person's coming out of nowhere, but it's not coming out of nowhere. Like, this has something to do with, like, you got to think back to, like, what's happening here, okay, or what was going on here. Because, again, the King of Wands is about him, it's about the person. And, again, like, there's a earth sign, you or somebody else coming in to help them with their self, okay, their personality, their characteristics here. This person could have, obviously, this person went from being popular to, like, being, having a lot of girls or guys attracted to them, and being this wonderful person, being good at money and all this extra stuff, being in theater, and all of a sudden now they're like, okay, what happened? Why did I turn? Why did I switch? You know what I'm saying? And it's because of this person here. Somebody was talking in their ear, or trying to say, oh, I can really do something for you, I can really show you something, and it's like, okay, without a trace, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know where you come involved in this, but you just need to be aware. And again, you could be that earth sign that's trying to help this person, you know what I'm saying? Like, you were a good person here, or maybe you weren't that good of a person, because if you I don't know, but it kind of seems like the person you're dealing with, they did change. Because how you went from being popular to and this person said they could really show you something, and I kind of feel intuitively like they went rogue, like they were an asshole. I'm not gonna hold you. The Justice card is in reverse too as well. Somebody was really playing the field with you or other people or several other people, because somebody was like, oh, I could really help you, or I could put you on. Somebody got cocky. And now it's coming out like, now this person left or whatever, it's coming out about this King of Wands plan. So if you were involved in something, I don't really feel like, Capricorns, you were like invested in something in a negative way. I feel like you did have some good intentions. Now this could be you. This could be you. You went from being popular and the shit and, being really good at money, handling money, being really funny, all this extra stuff. And then you went rogue. You turned around. People wasn't really looking at your finances, like really looking at who you are as a person. And then boom. Tower card here is like the universe or God has given this person enough rope to hang themselves, and they're like, okay, well, you didn't know that justice was in your energy as well, in your karma, so this has to come out. Not only that, but it has to come out in a way where it's like, all right, people are gonna have to pick sides. Do I still want to roll with you, or do I not want to roll with you? But the Towers here is like, okay, it would have came out. The Justice card is like, all right, people got to pick sides now. You know what I'm saying? Because is this healthy for my children? Is this healthy for myself? Is this healthy for my family? This is something pretty serious, whatever this person was doing. And the Hierophant's here. So this could have been like falsifying documents, falsifying information. This could be like, not really monitoring, sorry, I'm saying that wrong. I'm definitely butchering that word. Not really like watching who comes in, goes in homes and in facilities, and not really watching like who should be hired and who should not be hired, or who's racist and who's discriminating other people here, who's following the rules and who's not following the rules. This is not just like, okay, I'm coming into work late. It's obviously something pretty fucking big. Okay, the Hierophant is here and the Page of Swords is here. It's like you're supposed to have a security guard. How come you didn't have a security guard? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something people would miss, at the time they were missing that, but now it's like, all right, yo, bro, like, it was pretty obvious that you should have been a security guard. It's pretty obvious that you should have been on top. What happened? Somebody was jealous, somebody was envious, So I don't know when this is gonna come out, because the Tower card, when it comes out, when it appears, that means it could come out like any. If the Tower card is coming, it's coming out like any time from now. So it could come out as soon as you finish hearing this read, because it's like, it's about time, right? It's definitely not gonna happen a year or 2 years later. Okay, it's just something that's happening like pretty now, like now, Let me get one more card. See what's going on. Yeah, somebody's definitely, okay, so somebody may be looking through somebody's cell phone, or this could be about a cell phone here, okay? If it's not about a cell phone, somebody just, this could be like profiting. Somebody was profiting off of something that they should have not been profiting on, okay? It's like the person wasn't even married. The person wasn't even living with this individual, and it's like, how are you profiting off of that? How are you doing something, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, I don't know, like, maybe this could be something, because I was thinking about, like, a certain item of mine, too. Like, somebody bought something for you, right? But you are keeping up with the bills and stuff like that. I really want to know, too, like, still to this day, like, if somebody buys something for you, they invested in your business here, but if you're keeping up with your bills and, like, your taxes and everything, is that still considered, their property, even though you've been keeping up with, making it relevant here, and everything's still in your name. I'm not really sure if that's what's happening here, because I was in a similar situation. I still didn't get my answer. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm gonna actually go talk to some people to see like what the situation is with that. But yeah, this can definitely be about a property, or this could be about somebody just profiting off of something that they should have not been profiting on, and this is definitely due through somebody being an asshole, okay? Clearly with the Justice card and the Justice card and the King of Wands in reverse. This is not somebody like profiting and, like the KKKs or, other like organizations that like really want to help low income people, or just people who are homeless on the street, low income people on the street. Yeah, homeless people. Yeah, I was right. So, this is definitely somebody who was profiting off of something and they were being an asshole. Was you supposed to be living there? Like, was you supposed to be working there? And you're not supposed to be working there. You're being an asshole to all the customers, or you being an asshole to all your family members. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And now that the person like vanished without a trace, so now that the person is like leaving a whole bunch of confusion in your personality and your business and everything, it's like, now what? Now it's like the person doesn't even fucking exist. You know what I'm saying? And now like what? Capricorns, that's where you come in. Or maybe Capricorns, you're going through this and now you're like, oh fuck, like, I should have never been rude to people, I should have never been this and that to people here. If you guys are dealing with a justice situation, the justice system is twisted too, so I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Let me get a card for that, because it's like maybe the justice system, the lawyers and everything, they was in cahoots with this negative shit too. You know what I'm saying? Or a country was, or whatever. And now it's coming out that, oh, y'all all was wrong. And it's like the country or the system that I trust, the justice system, the cop, whatever that I trust, like, come to find out they was in cahoots with this whole shit. And now, I mean, and then the good thing is that they're going to find out that it was an air sign, specifically a Libra, or Scorpio, but specifically a Libra, since they're, next to the air energy, they're in the air energy, found out that they were doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me clarify the justice card. Yeah, so the justice system should have been monitoring. The justice system should have been, or Libra should have been like taking a closer look at like what goes and what doesn't go, right? Who's coming in the household and who shouldn't be coming through the household, right? Who is a good catch and who's not a good catch? Who was following, who was being racist or who wasn't being racist? You know what I'm saying? Like, and they didn't do that. They was in cahoots with your person here, okay? You may be like, oh, this third person, they're not a problem. They was a problem. I promise you. You just probably was like, okay, I'm not in that shit. Or you was blessed where you were like, I'm not really in that situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're the, outside person looking in. You know what I'm saying? This could have been your mother or your father bullying like somebody who has high merits. Okay, or this could be your father who was probably touching that kid, with the page of swords in reverse here. You know what I'm saying? And the mother and the father was down with it, and the kid was like, I'm not down with it. The kid is like, oh, I'm gonna portray myself not being a kid, but they're clearly a kid. You know what I'm saying? With the page of swords in reverse here. They grew up too fast here, and that's not fair. This is definitely coming out. So if this is molestation, rape, or a country doing something, it's definitely coming out like a system and a person was in cahoots. All that shit. And then you may not, and then there's a third person that was involved too that just vanished without a trace. So that's coming out too. It's an air sign / water sign, or somebody who could be in that element. They're very sweet, but they're an asshole. They play mad mind games here. You know what I'm saying? And they should have been focused on something else. And I feel like something else was after them with the Eight of Pentacles and as the over energy. It's like you're mastering like playing mind games here, but then you have like a degree or like a corporation or FBI or something like that following you. It's like, bro, and they got a whole case, and this person's like, oh, I'm gonna go over here. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing. I don't know if it was a bad thing or a good thing, but it was definitely like a mastering energy. You know what I'm saying? Like it was getting better and better. So I mean, you could take a literal, like, oh, like they were mastering, they were, it was pretty hard to detect whether this person was playing mind games or not. But on an intuitive level, I feel like whether they were doing good or bad, they were still like not minding their business. And that's the person that was vanishing without a trace. That's the third person. And like I said, Capricorns, if you're not connecting with that, then you were doing something like this. And if you're like, well, I'm a goody two shoes, then you probably got set up. Like the King of Wands, like the first scenario. You're like, oh, okay, and you became a little bit of an asshole, but then it's like, you don't know what happened because somebody vanished. Then you were being played with this, the Justice card in reverse. Then something comes out with the Tower card here. God was on your side, and God was like, no, I'm going to tell you about this third person, and I'm going to tell you about this Libra, who the people that was involved, so that way you can fix yourself. And then I'm going to bring this earth sign in for you to tell you to like get back to teach you how you were before. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of like, kind of like push, like, when Nick got his back, broken from those loud people, it's like I'm putting the pieces back together here, because you were hurting, you went on the ground. Nick was hurting, he was on the ground. You know what I'm saying? But if I mention Push, this whole situation, because in Push, if you guys haven't seen Push, this father predicted, or the greatest watcher of all time, they saw all this before it happened, and they listened to her. They listened to the prophecies and everything. So there could have been something, a classic or maybe hereditary, that you guys heard or saw, and this happened before. Not like, oh, don't trust white people, don't trust African people. It's not something like that. Like it was something you could read in the books or history or something like that. Like something about like something's repeating again.